Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War, and this is our second attempt. I don't know why the stream went down that time. Not sure, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. So now I gotta set the whole thing up again. Still says I'm live on the other one. Is this the same stream? Probably not. Wow, it's 5:11. Awesome. Well, maybe whoever controls the internet doesn't like my take on tattoos. So they had to take me down. Screw this guy. I love wearing my short shorts with my tattoos hanging out. I love wearing my deep V. I love wearing my deep V. You talking about that? Your stream's going down, bro. I love letting my left butt cheek hang out so you can see my butterfly tattoo on my hiney. Your stream's going down. Anyway, we're back. I'm gonna have to delete that other one. And I gotta redo everything, so hang in there with me. If you don't even know what I'm talking about, that means you're watching this later or you're just getting here. Well, my stream went down after 5 minutes. I don't know how that even happens. So I'm setting it all up again. It's so much fun. Great start. False start. That's happened before. I think it might have to do with somebody in the house, like, getting onto their PlayStation for the first time. I don't know why it would drop my whole... Anyway. Y'all can hear me again? Somebody didn't like that rant, and they took me out of the game. Took me out. I was already on one, man. Alright, did everything save? I was having trouble with Canva this morning. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. But yeah, we're going to be doing the new Mythic, by the way. I got to say everything again, so I might as well do it. New Mythic BIESKA. We're going to be doing a key opening. We are going to be making a team for it. We got Roost. We're going to do high, mid, and low for that, the faction event. And make sure you restart your game. Make sure you check your guild chat to make sure other people are getting it. I got to find my new stream. That's another thing about living here. We all share probably the same internet, and there's like a bunch of people in the same area. And I probably only get like a tiny portion of it. And I wonder who else is like actually on the internet for something like this instead of just looking at prawn or something. My chat won't load now. Come on. Alright, I got everything over here. Got that. I don't have tags now, though. I'm not going to redo the tags. That sucks. My chat won't load. Anyway, I'll just try to start the stream. We got BIESKA. I don't know why my chat's not loading. This video is unavailable. So give me a moment. I'll put chapters in. So you can skip this part if you're watching after, you're lurking, whatever. Weird. Hit that like. Let's get some more people in here. Is the stream lagging again? What's going on? Alright, I can see a little bit of the chat now. We have Sana, Maka. We got Mark. We got Chad. Sana with the gifted. Thank you so much. Running out there. Supernova. Maka. Tyrion. And did I miss anybody? Alright, there it is. I was even late today, and then it crashed. Like, for some reason, the world does not want me to start these streams at 9:30. There's always something else to do, to where I'm just late. It's not even, like, the stream crashing. What is going on with this? Okay, I think we're going. Let's see if we can make it past 5 minutes. Glorfindel! Thanks, Mark. Alright, let's go. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Okay, we got BIESKA from Urskaya. 24, green, red, brown. Damon, Urska. Deal damage, splash damage to 3 random enemies. Boosted by enraged allies. Gain enraged. And then you got the inflict bleed and terror on a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. Seems pretty cool. I'm not saying it's like, just on paper, we've been talking about it for like a week now. Just on paper, I think it's about a B tier. I don't know if it's a B minus or a B plus yet. We're going to have to use it first to determine that. But just on paper, it looks like a B tier mythic. You know, the fact that it does splash damage to 3 random enemies, that could kill everything on the other team. So that is cool. And then Enrage is always nice. It gains Enraged. And then the third trait is pretty good. So it's like so close to being a good mythic, like a really good mythic. It's close. I wish it had like another good trait there. Maybe 3 good traits would be great. I wish it had some sort of way to do an extra turn, or I know not every troop can do that, but or enough damage to just kill everything in one shot, or I don't know. Like Terror is cool, but there are things that are cooler. So that's what we're going after right now. Put it in the chat how many it took you. I'm driving around in my short shorts. Definitely hanging my foot out the window, too. Definitely doing that. While I drive, I hang my foot out my window with no sock on. Already bought that verse. So let's go to the chests. If you want to have the best chance at it, you would do guild chests on level 6. That's the best chance at getting the mythic. If you were to not have any guild seals, you would do gem chests. That's your second best chance at getting the mythic. Just heard a bunch of beeping. If you don't have any of that, you would do glory keys. It's a chance at getting the mythic. It's not a good chance, but it's a chance. And you get gems while you open these, so really fun for like high-level players that want some gems. Why do you want the perfect mythic? Nah, I'm just like explaining where I think it is. Like, as far as like, I gotta give advice to people as to whether or not they should throw all their keys for this mythic. You can't take it back once you throw all your keys for this mythic. Now you have no keys. You can't go back in time and not do that. So I'm just trying to give you an idea of where I think it stands amongst all the mythics, so you can make a educated decision on whether to throw all your keys or not. So that's all I'm doing, ow. I'm not saying I want the perfect mythic. I already have that. It's called Stellarix. And I just use it for everything to beat everything in this game so easily. All the time. Just brr, 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 brr. Just on everything. It's really fun and really super fun. Just to destroy everything in one shot all the time with Stellarix. So we already have that, Al. We already have Stellarix. We don't need another perfect mythic. We already got one. We got the perfect weapon, wand. You just use that everywhere. We got the perfect mythic, Stellarix. Just use that everywhere. So why would we even need any new mythics? What do they matter what they do? I mean, you're right. So I'm going to do guild chests because I have plenty of gems right now. And I'm just going to get it as quickly as possible. Let's see how long it takes. One. A two. A three. We haven't even got a legendary yet. A four. Oh, by the way, remember, you can just put this guy with Stellarix and Wand and like Leprechaun or something, and that's the best team ever in the world. Best team ever in the world. No thought involved. Just do it. Just do it. And then say it's the best mythic ever. Right? Wand, Stellarix, BIESKA, and then like Leprechaun or something else. Best mythic ever. You can do that with every new mythic. I usually try to make a team like using its spell, and then I like kind of move into the traits. That's kind of what I did with Takshaka. That's why I was a little bit late on the triple Takshaka thing. Nothing is working right now. Everything I touch is like broken or not working today. Anybody feel me on that? Okay. And still no mythic, and I've lost track. As soon as I talk, I lose track of what I was keeping track of. 1,000 guild seals? Who did that? Still nothing. Still nothing. Yeah, that's cool, Sana. I'm glad they fixed that too. That's why I was never doing it. I figured I would keep doing it the right way. And not like, I don't want, you know how it is. Like, if I was just playing the game like you guys, I would definitely do that. But since I'm trying to, like, show people how to play the game, I'm not going to do it on video. It's like there's a difference between, like, showing hundreds of people a team and, like, just playing the game off stream. If I'm playing off stream, I'll do I'll do wand if I can do it. But they fixed that now, so you got to go back to the old ways, and that's why I kept doing it the old way, because now you'll be better for it since they fixed it. And everybody knew they were going to fix it eventually, so. I cannot get this thing. What is going on? He's still there. Just making sure I didn't get it, like, and not see it. Let's switch to gym chest. Switch it up. Sheesh. There it is. Switched over to gym keys and got it. You know how this game is. It's real streaky. So if you can just switch anything, it'll help out a little bit. Usually. So I switched to a different key. I got it on the second pull. But holy cow, those guild seals. Not that I could, I could probably sit there and open guild seals for 30 minutes straight and still be fine. But it's just crazy, like, the drop rate and, like, how many I was opening. It almost got to that point where I was, like, about to get frustrated. Not really, but a person should get frustrated. But there it is. I got it. Took me quite a bit of guild seals and then, like, 400 gem keys. Please do karate on the like button. Oh, man, I forgot to put a chapter. I suck. I'll be forgetful. Okay, intro. If you remember eventually, is that still being forgetful? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do it when I wanted to do it, but I remembered eventually, and then I still did it. Is that still being forgetful? New mythic key opening. I'm going to put 10 minutes because I have no idea. I was trying to catch up in the chat. Nothing for you, Sana. Mark says, I saw Mrs. Nugent's pool on your Discord. Chat says 7,000 guild seals, 400 gem keys, and 400 glory keys. 2 copies. Alright. Mark says, I got it on both accounts with 4,000 guild seals on one and 8,000 guild seals on the other. Good morning, Al. Ooh, nice, Glorfindel. Real ass week. You have all week, right? Yeah, that's another thing. You don't have to get it today. You don't have to be the first person to get it. You know, you can get it tomorrow. You can get it the next day. You can get it all week. And another thing, it's the only mythic in the drop table. So if you're throwing keys as a beginner, you might want to, like, chill out for a week, or else this is all you're going to get. Especially if you get it. And then you keep throwing keys, you're just going to get another one. And imagine the person that's a beginner and they've been saving their keys or something, and they don't know that it's the only mythic in the drop table, and they, like, happen to get it off of, like, a real low amount of keys. And then they have all these other keys left over. But they don't know this is the only mythic that they can get. So they keep throwing keys because that's what they're used to doing as a beginner. You're supposed to throw all your keys except for event keys. Except for shiny keys and event keys. You should throw all your keys all the time as a beginner because you need everything in the game. But if you get this one, you should stop because you don't need 2 of them or 3 of them or 4 of them as a beginner. And some beginners might not even know that this is the only mythic in the drop table. And they might keep throwing keys like, why am I keep getting BIESKA? You know? So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying, like, when I say that, it's like people think I mean, like, you shouldn't get this new mythic as a beginner because it's not worth it. I'm also trying to say this is the only mythic in the drop table, and if you happen to get lucky and get it, you should not keep throwing keys after that. because you're just going to get another one and another one. So, you know, sometimes I say things and it sounds one way, but I'm trying to say something else. Like, I don't know if I want that one on my new account or not. I'm going to have to decide. You got a 2 times drop, Tyrion, after having bad luck. Too many keys. Yeah, it balances out. We get them like real easy sometimes, and then sometimes it's hard. What was last night's update? They did a couple little fixes. They didn't fix everything though. There's still you're still getting like 3 experience in PvP. There's still a bunch of stuff wrong with the game. I don't know why they do a hotfix and then just don't fix everything. I guess it's just like they're hurrying up and fixing like the most broken thing, so they don't have time to do everything, but you think they would fix that, you know? Barely getting any experience in PvP right now. I think they pretty much just fixed Citadel Wars and made it to where it's not broken as much. I don't know exactly. There was a little, if you go on the forum, they have a little post. Dez is here. Dez, it's going to have to be your decision there on whether it's worth going for or not. Right now, I'm calling it like a B tier mythic. And you're kind of like in that beginner mid-game area. I don't know, man. I would say for you might want to save. Depends how many mythics you have, how many of the top 10s you have. What do you still need? How many keys do you got right now? Like, do you like bears with no pants on? Like, if you like bears with no pants on, that's a whole nother story, because this he's got it for you. The bear with no pants on. But we'll make a team, and I'll be able to tell you more and more as we go here, because I don't know. It's one of those fence riders for me, and he's wearing no pants and he's riding the fence. It's one of those fence riders for me, whether I should tell you to get it or not. So it's not like a yes, you should definitely get it, like a Takshaka or an Ironhawk. It's not that. But it's not like an Amethyl where it's like, no way, Jose, don't get that. You know, there are some of those too. I mean, I feel like I ride the fence a lot, but Takshaka's like a, go get it, for sure. And Ironhawk's like a, yes, get it, right now, it's awesome. But Amethyl is like, don't get that one. But then there's also the ones in the middle where I gotta be like, I don't know, I mean, it's up to you. If you like Winnie the Pooh, or you like bears with no pants, like, maybe. So it's one of those fence riders. Alright, I gotta find an open slot so I can make a team. Here's Glorfindel's team. I still kind of want to keep that one. Oops. What team can we get rid of? Oh, Fomag. Pycea. Oh, this one be fine. This is like my mythic. Last mythic we got was Grovanga, right? That was the same thing. That was another one that was like a fence rider. Grovanga. At least he has an extra turn on him. Like, which one's better? BIESKA or Grovanga? You guys let me know. What you think in the chat? Let's put it up there. Let's do a poll. Let's run a poll. I know some of y'all aren't going to be able to... But you can, like, read the spells and say your opinion, even if you don't have them. So I think everybody could answer this question. Which new mythic is better? We got Grovanga. Try not to do the recency bias stuff. Just remember what Grovanga is. But also, I'm not trying to like skew it either. I haven't even used BIESKA yet. I'm just curious what you guys think. If you have used it. Which new mythic is better? Grovanga? Who was May, right? Or BIESKA? Here, we'll do that poll. Because they're pretty close in my opinion. I don't even know what to say. Convert all gems of a chosen color to good gargoyle gems. Deal damage to all enemies of that mana color. Gain an extra turn. Explode 4 good gargoyle gems and matching 4 or more gems. Reduce damage from skulls by 50%. I don't want to say my opinion since I put a poll up, but... Then we got BIESKA, who we just looked at, but just to refresh your memory. And to level them up and stuff. Let's do that. Noonday Shadows here. Lovely day for roof walking. Is that what you do? You like a roofer? That's dangerous. You dangerous. Alright, so here's BIESKA. Deal! Splash damage to 3 random enemies boosted by enraged allies. Gain enraged. Whose spell is better? Gaping wounds inflict bleed and terror on random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. Inflict 25% of skull damage. Whose traits are better? Between Grovanga and BIESKA. Just like curious, because they're both kind of fence riders. What y'all think? Alright, dummy. You need BIESKA. So what are we going to do? What kind of team are we going to make? Doing some damage. Enraged allies. Gain enraged. Inflict bleed and terror on random enemy matching 4 or more gems. Does anything boost off of terror? Because he's probably going to be a good thing that puts terror up. It's either we got to go like down the enraged route and have something enrage our whole team so he does more damage, or we go down the terror route where he is giving the boost to somebody else so they can do damage because they boost off of terror. Or maybe even bleed. But how do you do that? Can you just type in terror? Who boosts? Why is this guy terror? Because he's tearing armor? Doesn't have terror. That'd be one of these new troops. Create 5 skulls boosted by terror gems. Summon a nightmare circus troop. 1-to-1. That's terror gems though. We're just inflicting terror. Convert all red gems to purple and convert all blue gems to doom skulls. Inflict terror on the strongest enemy. Does anything boost off of terror yet? Doesn't look like it. I don't know. Let me know if you guys know of a troop that boosts off of terror. Terror is like a newer status effect, so that's probably coming in the future if it's not here already. Yeah, I like the third trait. I like the idea of it so far. The third trait. Yoke says, here's the game for today. I will gift a few memberships today. The question is, what do I do for work? Oh no, Yoke the Ham. Have you ever said it in the chat? Or is this just like a random guessing thing? If I had to guess just based on your name, I would say you're a, what's it called? A butcher. You're not a butcher? And you've never said it in the chat? You work at Subway. You're yoking the ham. Dang. Subway. Subway's my next guess. Subway. Arby's. I don't know, something with ham in it. Alright, I better quit guessing. I'll let the chat guess. Okay, so let's try to do something off Enrage now. Can we do this? I never use this. Sorry, I'm trying to make a team. It does take a minute. Ooh, you can. Inflict terror on one... Okay, so let's do that. Let's do Enrage. You work for the government? Uh-oh. You been keeping notes? Keeping notes on me? You're a postal worker. You're a postman. You're a mailman. You chase dogs. You're a dog catcher. Hey, did I get it? Yeah, I like mailmen. I want to be a mailman. Alright, so we're looking for... Let's clear filter. Did that? We want to do enraged. Yeah, I got it. What do I win? I get some mail. Let's do base rarity. Alright. Enrage all allies. Enrage all allies and give them 6 attack. And it's the 50% start. But you have to cast it for it to do that. We might want that. Or Skula. Sounds like a good start. Transform blue gems to brown and yellow to skulls, enrage all allies, and burn all enemies. He's a Daemon, he's not a Urska, though. Might be fun to do Wrath. He has to be the one in first slot, though, and I kind of want BIESKA in first slot, but... This might be a funny team. A funny team! And what else do you use? You use the wand for everything, right? We use the wand for everything, 'cause I'm a hypocrite. Wand for everything, 'cause I'm a hypocrite. So I got 2 things on my team. If I cast them, they enrage everybody on the team. And this guy does damage boosted by enraged allies, which probably isn't going to be like amazing or anything, but I'm just trying it just to see what kind of damage can this thing do. Is it worth even trying to boost it? Let's just see. And then the terror mechanic we couldn't boost off of. I didn't check bleed, but there was no troops that like do damage boosted by terrored enemies or something. Which still wouldn't be a good boost anyway. Like anything that's like enrage or like a status effect usually isn't a good boost. You want to boost off of like gems on the board, armor, you know, HP, magic. You want to boost off those things. If you're boosting off of like enraged allies or blessed allies or terrored enemies, it's usually not good because you can only do so many. If you boost off of blue gems, you could put 25 blue gems on the board. You know, if you boost off of armor, you can have 300 armor. It sucks when something boosts off enraged or blessed or terror because it can only be like 4 or 3. It never gets higher than that. But let's try this team and see what happens just for fun. And what do I want for my class? Blue to brown and yellow to skulls. Probably to soul Stinky Titan. You gotta put on your Stinky Death Knight armor and never take it off, and I'm gonna put on my Titan and never take it off. Banner. Brown, brown, brown. We got yellow, yellow, yellow. Poo poo and pee pee. I'm 5. Brown, yellow minus purple. That looks good. Alright, let's just see what happens. It's the first day. Tomorrow, we play tomorrow. If you guys want, if you bring teams, I'll show your teams. I'll try to at least. But let's see what happens here. We're testing. We're testing and tuning. We're gonna go to the dyno. We're gonna make it a lick. We'll make a lick. Get some data. Alright, so we're not enraged at all yet. Let's see how much just its regular spell does with no enrage. Just for fun. Looking pretty weak. Okay, we got this. Transform blue to brown and yellow to skulls. Blue to brown, yellow to skulls. We do not have it anywhere. Sweet. So let's just do this. Alright, blue to brown, yellow to skulls. I really want to cast it. Blue to brown, yellow to skulls. Come on, there it is. So now we got everybody's enraged, right? Now he's not enraged. It's like, do I take that extra term of skulls? You got to, right? We can do it again. Okay, now everybody's enraged again, so this is the max damage this dude's gonna do, unless I don't have Nisha medals on. Here comes the max damage. Plus, we're getting them terrored. So far, I like this team. We're doing extra turns, we're getting the enemy team terrored, we're enraging our whole entire team for the BIESKA damage. We're doing skull damage, we're doing everything. This so far, so good. So let's cast it now and see. +8. Wonderful. This guy... Dang, he's like a little tickle. He's tickle your pickle, and he's not wearing pants. Oh no, y'all. B-. Depends how good that trade is. That'd be the next thing. I don't like his spell. I don't like his spell. Yoke the Ham with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it. Running out there with Sana and Mark. Shout out to Mark as well. You guys are definitely on the train today, doing a burnout, just like I was saying, putting the pimp juice down, blowing the nitrous out, you know, purging the NOS, putting the pimp juice down. They're lining you up, telling you go this way, that way, this way, do a burnout. Freaking Yoke the Ham, pedal to the metal. Pedal to the metal. Appreciate it, man. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. Me delivering mail in my short shorts. As soon as you said you worked for the government, I don't know why that was my first thought. Other than, like, the DEA or the IRS or something. Like, he's probably a mailman. Thank you so much, Mark. Down payment for the next internet bill. Rain Man, 10,000 guild seals, 400 gem keys. Got 3 times BIESKA. Fortunately, I'm not loving it so far. DEATHLESS is here. Not to poop on anybody's parade. I know I'm like the literal... I should just name myself pooping on parades. Mark says, I was a drag racer for 30 years, Cinny. You have the lingo down. I'm gonna walk you like a dog, Mark. I watch it on TV. I'm not a drag racer, but I do watch it. That's cool, Mark. Did you have a fox body, Mark? Did you have a fox body? That'd be my guess. Mark and his fox body. You dropped 2 on the last live stream. You the man. You the man. Alright, let's cast this beautiful 62 damage. Randomly. And probably just gonna go with I don't know. What do we do now? Probably just this. I'm laughing at it, so somebody's going to figure out how to make it amazing, because I'm sitting here laughing at it. So I got to look like a fool. Yellow to skull and blue to brown. We don't have it, so we'll just take skulls. Because I'd rather do that than cast his weak... he might be able to kill her right now, actually. At least he hits multiple times. I think it's better than a single target type of deal. But he feels like he hits weaker than, like, Mamba Sira, almost. Or he's like a... He's like a Mamba Sira, like a Kalika. He might as well be one of those if he didn't have that terror thing going on. So he's like a slightly better Mamba Sira, Kalika. There's so many. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Like a Mamba Sira, Kalika, etc. Like, not a, Morthani's Darkness. Like, probably not as good as her. But better than Mamba Sira. Wherever you want to say that is. I'm feeling like a B- at the moment. And that's all from that Gaping Wounds. If he didn't have Gaping Wounds, this would be a horrible mythic. It's okay, you know, it's okay, because if you, like, add up all the damage, I guess. Like, he's doing, like, 180 damage or so. Plus more. Plus more. Just not, it's not impressive, it's, like, what it should be doing, I guess. Let's see it again. Yeah, definitely missing something, Tyrion. I like my team. Like, let me mess with it a little more. Maybe I'll start to like it. Because maybe this is like a Wrath team. Maybe it's not a BIESKA team. Alright, we got all that. Now everybody's enraged. It's like not the thing to do, I guess. Who cares about enrage? Because that barely ups his damage. And then I'm sitting here, I got extra turns with skulls. I'm going to not be enraged on first slot. But I want to take them. Got this again. So we're back to enraged. Doing lots of terror. So forget about like the enrage everybody on your team so you can do more damage with BIESKA. Think more like Wrath is getting extra turns, so the entire enemy team is getting terrored. Alright, we don't have Wrath, so... It's like, do we take Skulls, or do we take Enraged Skulls? Right now, I think you'd cast BIESKA, because this first slot only has 20 HP and it's burning. Have you guys seen this team yet? I always wonder, because I haven't watched anybody else. I bet you nobody thought about Wrath. And... let's do this. Now we got this. And now we can do... let's get this. And we can do this again. And now maybe BIESKA could hit him. Well, it doesn't matter right now, but might be a good finisher. Rayman says, I see potential in both BIESKA and Grovanga. It's all about deep diving into all the other troops to see what fits and works with them. The professor's here. I'm late to the game because I was finishing yesterday's video. Did we talk about the new upcoming Ghost Gem? Not yet. Was it? It's next week, huh? You get some souls. Seems a little underwhelming to me, but it's going to be nice. It's one of those type of deals. It's going to be nice to get extra souls, especially on my new account. I would never turn down extra resources. We are so spoiled with fast one-shot teams that require no thinking that we tend to forget about that. Yeah. I think the best time in the game was like when Zul'Goth was on top with the Fireblade action and like Fomag and King Gobtruffle and like everything kind of went, I don't know if it went downhill, but that might have been like the prime Gems of War. Like right when all that, like right when that first started happening, the Zul'Goth Fireblade action, the Fomag. It's kind of fallen off since then. Let's just get the wand. Cast the wand. Which can also terror. Maybe you make like a loopy team. Are there any loopy Daemons or Urska? Maybe that's the thing to look into next. To where you're just doing terror to everything. Kind of like a terror team. I think that's what he's better for. He's probably better for his third trait, not like his spell. Keep taking stuff, because stuff like that happens. Any more extra turns? I don't think so, but we can do this again. Their whole team has got terror. We got this again. Free skulls. We got this again. We got this. We got this. We got this again. They're just terrored out the butt. Getting lots of extra turns. Now, do I take skulls or do Grovanga? Do I take... Let's see if we can get rid of 2 enemies. Ugh. He's more of a 1 enemy type of dude. Even though he does splash damage. Which means he should be like a 3 enemy type of dude. So many extra turns, like this battle is going longer than it probably should. We keep getting this. There's no time for them to die from terror, because we're just getting extra turns all the time. I guess we take Enraged Skulls. That might do just as much damage. Alright, here we go. Let's go, BIESKA. Can you do it? Yay! Thanks for all the terror, though. I'm not putting you down. I don't know if anything died from terror there, but... I do have niches on, too. I was hoping I didn't. Alright, we'll take it for, you know, a boss chest worth of spins here, and I'll show you the, Let me put a chapter, too, before I get way too far in. We'll say 40. Rayman says, I see things like this while everyone is praising Stella, Takshaka, Diamantina teams. I'm in the basement secretly building counter teams to destroy them. Sounds like you and if you and Glorfindel got together, we should all watch out. Be like Pinky in the Brain. Professor says, never mind, Ghost Gym can go with spoilers. Thank you for membership. Yeah, who got him? Went to Stacy. We know Stacy. Bourbon Kid, never heard of that person. Marky Picard, maybe. Saint Rave, no. George Hill, definitely heard of them. Professor, let's see. Rayman, you love the challenge. I would do that too more often if I had more time. I'd probably build more teams and stuff. That is fun. If I have a second, I don't know, you see I'm late every freaking stream. So there's always something to do. I'd probably do that too, if I were you. I mean, I should be. I have a channel. I should be building teams. Let's get up the wand. Yellow to skull, blue to brown. No. So do the wand. We got BIESKA, but we almost don't care. Yellow to skull, blue to brown. Enraged skulls? BIESKA? No, they're not enraged. One thing, Wrath isn't like the best tank, so if he happens to die... I guess BIESKA's not a good tank either, though. What do we do? I'm like preferring skulls over casting BIESKA. Yellow to skull, blue to brown. We got it. They knocked my traits, they stunned me. BIESKA? BIESKA Booski? You got a kill. Good job, buddy. You got a kill. Here's a good job. I'll give you a treat. Want to go for a walk? BIESKA Booski? There we go. Anyway, that's my idea for a team. I guess I'm gonna keep going until I get this boss chest, sorry. Mark says I'm going for my first complete Underspire this week using triple talk shakas. It will be my first complete Underspire. Well, good luck, man. I hope you get it. You've been buying like 2 torches a day? 2 sets of them, you know, like the 50 and the 100. It's about what it takes, a little bit less. If everything's going pretty good, it's like a little bit less than 2 a day, it seems like. So far, I've been completing them as well, like the last 3 or 4 weeks in a row. And that seems about where it's at. You know, you buy 2. Once you get to Friday, you kind of like see where you're at. You want to do 1 boss a day, like be on pace to be doing 1 boss a day because there's 7 bosses. So if it's Friday, you want to be on the 5th boss by the time you run out of torches on Friday. Saturday 6, of course, blah, blah, blah. So if you're on the 6th boss on a Friday, like maybe you don't need to buy torches on Saturday and Sunday, you know what I'm saying? You kind of decide that later in the week and you just buy them in the beginning of the week. Because you can't like go back in time and buy those Monday torches, but you can always not buy the Sunday ones, right? Ooh. Just wand. Maybe we can BIESKA for... Nope. Maybe we can BIESKA? Let's just do it. You got a kill. Good job. You get a beef jerky, little buddy. Some people probably hate that, like, I got the new mythic, let's go see. Oh, he's kind of pooping on it, darn. I'm out of here. So you gotta do it in the other order. You know, you come watch the stream and then you go after the mythic, or not. You don't get the mythic and then come to the stream, because that'll just make you mad. Alright, yellow to skull, blue to brown. We got it. And they're dead. Kind of fun. Terror's fun. Converting skulls is fun. Enrage is fun. This is like a fun team. If you're doing like, if you have all the time in the world and you're doing like a pet rescue or you're doing some vault keys, you're leveling a class, might not be a bad team to use, like the Skull Waterfall team. You know, it's just for fun. It's not the fastest team ever. This might be one of those so far. Like, it could, like, he could terror everybody and they could all die real quick. We haven't seen that happen yet, but that could happen. He could terror everybody and they could all just run away pretty quickly. Like, that'd be neat. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't really noticed anybody running away. I think it's happened a couple times. But it's not like we've done 30 battles either. It's probably like our 5th or 6th. Alright, that one moved down. I saw that. Screwing up their team. It's another plus. Teams are put in a certain order usually. And we're messing that up. Yellow to skull, blue to brown. Yellow to skull, blue to brown. Ooh, is this a BIESKA? Yeah, his spell is underwhelming, but his trait is cool. That's what I'm gonna say about it. My final stance for today. His spell is underwhelming, but his third trait is cool. AKA BIESKA. He would be a good, like, end of your team, like a Possessed King. He might be one of those as well. He's like he's a cross between a Mambasira, Kalika, and a Possessed King. Like his damage is on that kind of time. And his third trait is neat. But there's other third traits that are better, that are more reliable. Something happened there. I don't know what it was, because they didn't go to the bottom. Maybe they just died to... I don't know. So I don't hate it. I think he's fun. But I don't think it's like a game changer. Ooh, look, a mythic. Or a mimic. We gotta do that, too. Maka says, Grovanga, I thought I have last mythic, but this name does not recall to me. Uh-oh. Rayman says we are at a crossroads now. We will now even stronger mythic troops to counter Stella teams in the 8.0 update. Then what's next? Introduce stronger troops to counter the counters? Seems like how they do the game. They don't really go back and fix old troops. They just, like, put out a new troop to counter the thing that's super strong. Glorfindel says Grovanga is really good, especially with Mistralis and Leocorn and Osha's Tome. Right you are, Glorf, says Rainman. Tyrion says, oh, am I far behind? Sorry. I wondered about all the Urskaya team to see how good he is with 4-time bonuses, half mana start, Sentinel Hero class. Just not sure on 4th troop, don't think there's a loopy bear, though. Yoke says, I missed the first 20 minutes. How many keys did it take for people to get the new mythic? For me, it was a bunch of guild seals. I didn't get it. Then I switched to gem keys, and I got it on my second try. I don't know how many guild seals it was, but it was like 20,000 at least. More than that. Loopy bear. We need a loopy bear. Rayman says, glad Wand of Stars can't be used everywhere and PvP requires a little more thinking, kind of like it used to be. Maga says, I need to complain. Out of topic. Sunken Fleet Pure Faction is not possible to me. Horde 200. Spent so much money on Hordes. Kingdom level 17, so even better boost. Wow, yeah. Sunken Fleet. I'd have to look at it. I would have to take a look. I think I got that one done, though. Alright, we got Wrath. They're all terrored almost. Or 2 of them are. Never mind. We'll get there. Killed one. This is a mimic fight, by the way. Yellow to skull, blue to brown. No. Okay. BIESKA? It's just like weak damage, then you end your turn. I need to just use them for the 3rd trait and forget about it. But you know how it is. You're trying a new mythic, you want to shoot the spell. Some of the times I shot the spell, I probably shouldn't have shot it. If I was going to play perfectly. Like right here, I'm not going to. We got this. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I went the wrong way. It cost me my wrath. Can you do it, BIESKA? Yay. Alright, it's a mimic chest. Maka says, once I was on the last level with 1 troop left, the last... Oh no, looks like you're close though. Yoke says I was going to save Sunken Fleet for one of my last pure factions. Professor, one of the Midnight Circus troops boosts on terror, but it's not a heavy hit, I think. We looked at it and I didn't see any, but maybe I missed it. Des says, Cinny, who do you go after Miraji Queen and Queen Beatrix. Probably Gob Truffle. Gob Truffle. Truffle Shuffle. Mark says, yes, Des, get them with Chaos Shards. They are not hard to get. Professor said Gob Truffle, Gargoyle, Harpy Mage, the other empowered one. Yeah, Shoggoth, Magma Dragon. There's lots of good stuff to get. Tyrion says 2 to 3k glory keys on alt to get 1 copy. Not shabby. That's how forgettable last month's Mythic was. I had to go look it up too. Graveseer says Professor. Yoke says it looks like Sunken Fleet is the 4th hardest pure faction. I wouldn't doubt it. I did Sunken Fleet. I think you must have a little bit of luck as well. Do you like the new one, BIESKA? I did not open the keys yet. It's not necessary. Like, you don't have to get it. If you're saving keys, I think it's like a B- at the moment. I like its 3rd trait, but I think its spell is poopy. But, you know, there's Takshaka out there who has a really good 3rd trait, and everybody got it for that. But it also has a good spell, you know? Was Grovanga the last one? Yeah, I think it was. And then, like, Takshaka before that. We did not get the freaking Mimic. Oops. Alright, don't mind the team name, but here's the team code. If you want to try this team, I think it's fun. If you want to have some fun. It's not going to be better than other teams that are out there for anything, but it'd be a fun team to use for pet rescue, dungeon. So anytime you want to use a fun team, vault keys. Mr. PGGK, what's up, dude? Good to see ya. Feel like it's been a while. I saw a Mick Doubledad on the forum, and I haven't seen him in forever. I must say things to drive people away. Like, surprise, surprise, right? Where's Livewire? One of these days we're going to summon a demon. I swear. Alright, we got to get into some Fell Roost business, but that was the new Mythic. Final thoughts that I've already said 5 times. Like a B- at the moment. It could go down a little. It could go up a little. Good 3rd trait. Fun 3rd trait. Not so great of a spell. Weak damage. Boosts off Enrage, which is only 8 extra damage. If you have everything Enraged. So the boost is horrible. And the splash damage is pretty weak. And, yeah. I mean, if you're a really patient person saving your keys, you might skip it. And if you're not patient, you're going to do what you're going to do anyway, so. If you're a high-level player getting every new Mythic, you're going to get it, etc. If you're a new player, make sure, like, if you get it, don't keep going, because you're just going to keep getting the same Mythic over and over and over. That would be a waste of keys. Those are my thoughts. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Let's look at Sunken Fleet for Maka. I'm sure you already know my team. But I can try to help a little bit, maybe. It's hard when I already did it so long ago. Sunken Fleet. Yeah, I don't even have the team up here. We'll do a Fell Roost shortly, I'm sorry. Somebody asked in the chat for help, so I'm helping. Let's see if I come up with the same team then. Probably not. If I were to make a Sunken Fleet team, definitely start with that. Because it's going to start your team with 50% mana. It's cursing, it's turning green to Doom Skull, 33% skull reduction. Yeah, it looks like a lot of RNG. Like, you could put this guy on your team and have a Song of Bones. That way, the Miraji Queen goes off more often. Like, gets its conversion and gets extra turns more often. But you're also, like, the enemy's going to hit you with Skulls back. Yellow gems to blue. That's not a bad start. Like to get your team up. I might throw him over there. He probably has a place on the team, maybe. I don't know, do you do 2 Mirage Queens or you do 2 water elementals? The damage is so weak, but if you cast Mirage Queen, you can't like cast it again because all the gems are gone. But if it dies, you might want another one. I don't know. I might throw this guy in front. Nah, then you're blocking Mirage Queen out the butt. I don't know, it's been a long time. It'd be something you would definitely want to only cast Mirage Queen if you have the conversion. It's an extra turn. You don't just cast it. Right? And you might just have to get lucky with those conversions. And this thing could death mark. Like if you get the death mark and then they die from the death mark. Yellow gems to blue. Which might get this up. It might fill one of these. You could try this. Let's say this isn't the team I showed. You know, maybe you can try this, but I haven't run this one, so. Definitely want some blue. Sunken Fleet banner. I don't know. Seems like a get lucky one. Some of them are like that. Some of the hardest ones. I'm not going to sit here and try it because it's going to take way too long, and we got other things to go over that people are lurking for, so. But we have a faction event. It's called Fell Roost. So first thing you want to do, let's put a chapter in. That's the first thing. $103. I'll just say 30. Save. No problem, Maka. Maybe if I have time at the end, I'll try to run it. See what I can do. Not that that's going to help anything, but I might like come up with something, like another tip or two. Yeah, so first thing you want to do, let's go to the shop. And you would buy up in the shop first, right? And if you don't have the weapon, you buy up to the weapon. If you do have the weapon, you could try to do it for a little bit cheaper. Maybe tier 3. Like, I might like start trying with tier 2. Because it's not going to hurt me to like buy some more later. I don't think you can do it with just tier 2. But since I already have the weapon. And I already have it on... I think I already have it on 500. I'd probably just start, like, with that. Oh, wait, I gotta get the new troop. Never mind. So, yeah, definitely tier 3. So I was thinking tier 3, then I was like, maybe tier 2, and now I'm back to tier 3. But yeah, you want the troop, so tier 3. So if you already have the weapon, buy the weapon. If you don't have the weapon, try tier 3. Just get a copy of the troop. You can always get more later. It's a patience game. You don't have to sit here and buy a million copies of it in the shop. That costs too many gems. It's better to get the other copies with Chaos Shards later than to sit here and spend a ton of gems just to get this thing fully ascended on the first day. Like, who cares? It deals scatter damage boosted by diseased enemies. Disease 1 to 3 random enemies. Deal double skull damage versus diseased enemies. Reduce damage from skulls by 30%. Is it something we're going to use for the pure faction? So you just bought up in the shop. You bought up to the weapon or you bought up to the troop. Now you got more treasure. You could go to the underworld and make sure your horde level's correct. You know, at least 100. You know, probably if you want to really get to a soft cap, at least 111. You know, if you really want to play correctly, probably at least 133 or 155. That's usually where you have to go to. You'll get more potions. You'll have more stats. If we go check on mine, I did 203. Holy cow. So just that's how much I have. 203 is what I went to. Just crazy. It might be a hard one, Fell Roost. But that's the steps you would take. Buy up in the shop, get yourself a little bit of treasure, go to the underworld, make sure your horde level and quality is up to snuff, and then come back to the event. And here's a high-level team. This definitely works for 500 Deathless. It's probably not the fastest team you could use super early. What do we have? Yellow and purple? But might as well show it. Sucks I have to go through the whole thing. Let's put Fell Roost, High, Late, Deathless at 107. You're probably... Here's what you're going to do, right? You're either going to do Stellaric's Wand to go fast early, or you're going to do Guard's Avatar, Sir Quentin Hadley, to go fast early, or you're going to do something like Leprechaun and Thrall with whatever's your best damage dealer to go fast early, and then you would switch into this later. High King Iron Gut is still the king, especially for like Deathless 500. He might not be the best for level 20, but something you should switch to at some point. I need my, no I don't. And this team's not slow. It's just there's faster teams that could clear in one shot. If you just want to have the same team all the way to 500, you could use this team. Uh, 38 classes, yeah, I think, right? I always forget. There was 36 kingdoms for so long, and I think there's like 38 now. That's definitely a... If I had to guess, that's what I would say. Hey, I missed. Hey, I missed. Skulls are good because we get so much attack from devouring. Ivy's here. I was so greedy this week I did throw away most of my leftover gems hoping for Takshaka. Now I will starve till gnomes. Dude, that's a cardinal sin, bro. I know what you did. That's a cardinal sin. I won't tell anybody. Shh. I probably will tell people because it's a lesson. But hey, man, I'm sorry. That sucks. I wish I could like say it in a way where it doesn't sound like I always sound. Just the way I sound, I'm sorry. Yeah, you should never open chests with gems, please. Like, no matter what. I don't care what true, even if it's Ironhawk, don't do that. Cardinal sin. You gotta go to the preacher and... What do? You go to the confession. You sit in the kneel or something, and there's like a little window you look through. Forgive me for my sins. Father, I have sinned. I opened chests with gems. What if you actually went and did that? Be like, get out of here, wasting my time, smacks you. Wasting my time. Or what if he actually plays Gems of War and he's like, oh, my son, that is a sin. You will say 25 Hail Marys. Could see it both ways. Both ways are ridiculous and would not happen, right? You walk in the church with your head down. You know you've sinned. You've done the wrong thing. You go to confession. You kneel. You hope there's someone on the other side of that little window. Father, I have sinned. What is it, my son? I use gems. I use gems to open chests. I'm so ashamed of myself. Get out of here, you little pipsqueak. Psh, smacks you. Like, what are you talking about? A video game? Come back when you left a stain on the concrete. Come back when you made a spaghetti dinner out there on the concrete. What are you talking about, video game? That's... Or are you going, Father, I've sinned. I opened chests with gems. Can you please forgive me? You wretched foul soul! Now you're going to hell! You better say 5,000 Hail Marys and get out of my sight! How could you ever do such a thing? Yeah, I think you should get points for triggering a rant. I need to start keeping track. Make it a positive thing, so it don't seem like all the heat's on you. It's all for fun and games. You were greedy, though. That is a sin, right? You're sloth, you're lustful, you're greedy, whatever. You said you were greedy. I was greedy. I can see it, though. I bet you tons of people do that. Well, these dwarfs here, these dwarfs can't be devoured, so you gotta keep that in mind. That's why you got your wand here. You can curse them, and now they can be devoured. Also, your CT puts up curse gems, right? So you will be okay. It doesn't matter. Just because there's dwarfs, don't mean nothing. You can still eat them. They're yummy. A little hair in your teeth. It's a cardinal sin. Phoenicia? Yeah. Mark says hiking Argot starting with 126 attack. Yeah, I know. My stupid main account with all its stupid stats. That's horde level though, you guys saw. I have a 203 horde level. That's part of it. You can do that too if you have enough gold. Yeah, it's an instant devour. He starts with it. You usually have to get him there. No, tell me, masses, I'm so effing stupid. You regret it big time. Your penance is serious vault grinding. Yeah, there you go. That's smarter to say than what I was saying. I was going for the cheap laughs that weren't there. Your penance is 3 extra hours of vault event a day until you gain back those gems. However long it takes until you gain your gems back that you lost. Plus, you got to get the gems that you would have got. So we're not talking... You got to get extra. Extra. You got to get extra gems. When it's vault event, you're going to have to get 3 extra hours. If you're already doing 3, you got to do 6 now. It's your penance. And take tributes every day. Do the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit tribute every day. Every hour. On the hour. That's your penance. So you still learn stuff even while I'm being stupid and ranting. Saying dumb stuff. There's a little bit of truth in it, and I'm still teaching you. Your penance, daily prayers to the tribute gods. Every hour. Hourly prayers to the tribute god. Hourly. On the hour. Every day. For the rest of time. And then when there is a vault event, thou shalt play for an extra 3 hours a day. It's probably more like an extra hour. Maybe not 3. Thou shalt play an extra hour of vault event every day. And say your prayer, tribute prayer, every hour on the hour. And if you're truly sorry for what you did, you won't do it again. Thou shalt cherish your gems. Thou shalt cherish your gems. Don't covet thy neighbor's takshaka. I like when people come on here, they be honest, and then I can, like, say stuff, and then maybe someone else won't do that. That's what happens. You guys ask a question, you might think it's a stupid question. Somebody else might have the same question. Now we just help somebody. You come in here and said you did something you shouldn't have done. I tell you that, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. You might have just helped somebody. Like, you're helping people by admitting to things and asking questions. Like, I appreciate it. So there we go with the high-level Deathless, like, super late team. You could still use it the entire way, but there's definitely faster things. And y'all probably already know. Like, we're not going to run it, but my recommendation, I've already said it. But, of course, Guard's Avatar. If you don't want to do the Stellarix. If you still have to level classes, please don't be doing Stellarix Triple Takshaka. Like, give yourself a chance at leveling those classes. While you're doing something you need to do anyway. Like, I don't want you out there farming. How like, counterproductive is it to sit there and do Stellarix Triple Takshaka with no class on when you still need to level classes, just to get it done, like, a little bit faster, to then go and do class experience farming later? You know what I mean? Like, why not just do it all at the same time? Like, don't use Takshaka and Stellarix. Use Guard's Avatar or something, which is just a hair slower. And then you can level a class, too, instead of farming class experience later for an hour. Like, that's just counterproductive. Like, you're not doing anything faster. The classes still must be leveled. And I don't like just sitting there leveling classes, so this is the team I would use. Once again, the wand, but let's... Maybe we can do something different, like Obsidian Librum, just so I'm not using wand for everything. And, you know, not Leprechaun. What would we do? Harpy Mage? Harpy Mage. She's so sexy. Harpy Mage. Isn't she here? Yellow. Yellow-red. Where'd she go? What'd I do? Oops. How'd I do that? Oh, I was doing the weapon. Harpy Mage. She's so sexy. Look at them thighs. And you could do like this early, and then later on you could do this, or you could just keep it like this, whatever you want to do. And then for class, just whatever class you want to level, because hopefully the Harpy Mage just gets up the Guard's Avatar and you cast it and you win. The book is still catching purple. This has a summon on it if you die. Let's do the banner. Brown, yellow. Yellow, brown. There's the banner, and then class is whatever you're leveling. If I had to put the perfect class just for you to get it done quick, it'd probably be Titan. So I'll show that with the team code, but you can do whatever you want. Like any 50% start class would be faster. Like Bard would be, if you don't have Bard leveled, maybe Bard. Titan, if you don't have that leveled, Titan. You know, Thief, Archmagus. Because those are 50% start classes. Like, of course, I would do like Doomsayer because I'm down to the last 2 or 3 and I don't have any 50% starts left. So if that's where you're at, it's going to be a little bit slower. But you're leveling a class while you do this, which is fine. And hopefully your Harpy Mage just gets up your guard's avatar anyway, and you don't need the weapon. But if you do, it's still catching purple. So there you go. There's another one for fast, early. Let me put a timestamp for that one. I guess I'm showing you 4 teams. But I'm not going to run this one because we already ran a high level. So what do you guys have for a mid-level team? I usually want to use a legendary if possible. Let's catch up in the chat before I do this. Serious vault grinding. Oh yeah, I gotta finish that poll up. I haven't done it yet, Mark. Video games are the devil, Bobby. Ivy says it's funny, I was an emotional moment. I got Stella in a few days. I wanted it so much. I have only one from event keys, and I thought, just one more try. Nom nom team, says Sana. Yoke says, did they fix the PvP XP when you have a buff? It was only giving... No, they didn't fix it. I've been drinking that communion wine, says Mark. A treasure map? Ooh. Timestamp. Doing it. Thank you. Maka says, wow, only 3 classes to go. Good Cinny for me, too. For me, too many. I decided now to put the remaining to 70. That's fine. I like that. 70's like halfway there. So if you get them... And it's where you get your... Sometimes some classes don't have a good final talent, so that's a smart thing to do if you feel like doing it like that. Like some classes you might want to just go all the way to 100 because they have really good like last talent, but other classes don't. They're just like, you get a little bit of this if you're that, and a little bit of that if you're this. Or if you're a merfolk, you get 2 magic or something. Like it's, who cares? So yeah, on some classes, you can definitely just go to 70 until later. I don't hate that. Anybody have a team for a mid-level, or should I just... whatever? I'll probably do Divine Ishbala Keelan, because that's what I always think of when there's, like, yellow and purple. Like, I can't... There's nothing, like, amazing that isn't mythic. I mean, we could try something else. I wonder if, Ooh, Shoggoth. I love Shoggoth. Maybe that's what we do. I don't know why. Just the scream and the true damage and the silence and the enrage and how easy it is to get. Like, it's one of my favorite troops. Venoxia goes good with it. If you have a Takshaka, you could probably do that, too. I show this team a lot, though, too. But it was between Divine Ishbala Keelan or Venoxia Shoggoth. And it's hard to come up with mid-level teams sometimes. I wonder if the Skull Waterfall team would work here. I bet you it would. Maybe I'll do that. Hold on. That's fun. It's hard to fit into things, too. We got yellow, we got purple. Ooh. Let's see if it works. No, you dumb. Hey, it works! You can do Skull Waterfall. The best class for this, determined by Glorfindel, is probably Tidecaller, because it also has like a little explosion. It makes it super neat. But it's another team where you can do whatever class you want. And I'm leveling Doomsayer, so that's why it's that. Let's do it! Early, you can just cast the Glaive, AoE, bang, they're dead. Later on, you're having fun. Look how fun. Bang. It's not slow either. It's kind of like the same speed as the High King Iron Gut CT team early. Scary VR is here. Scary VR sounds like fun. I wish they would do more of that. Like, I know they've tried it, and there's like a couple good ones. But man, wouldn't you think that'd be the thing to do with VR? Like a haunted house video game with VR. Scare your pants off of you. Look at that. Would you look at it? You're getting to see the funness of the team. You just match something and then you just watch as it kills everything. With skulls, too. Let's just do it. We're early. Yeah, D-Rock came up with it, man. I haven't seen him in a long time. I don't think he plays the game anymore. He was kind of, like, iffy on the channel at the end. I remember we were kind of... You know how it went. And that whole backdoor situation, he was involved with that on Discord. And then we, like, forgave each other, and he came back for a bit, and then he ended up... I think he doesn't play the game anymore. It's like the only reason. His woman didn't like me, you know, that happens. Tyrion's woman don't like me. D-Rock's woman don't like me. It's a theme. What do we need here? Green would be... Let's take green. What does that say about me? Maybe I should, figure that out. Still not going to change anything, though, so sorry. It's been 7 years of the same old crap. It's probably never going to change. I'm not all of a sudden going to be a different person. Sorry. If you're holding your breath, waiting for me to be a different person all of a sudden, please don't do that. Your woman loves me, Mark? That's cool. It's usually like they don't play... They don't play the game. I don't know. They could. Like, D-Rock's woman probably played. I don't even know if, like, that's still a thing or not, but... Just stay you. Yeah, when you try, like, it's so fake. It's much easier just to be yourself. It does, like, come out over time, of course. Like, if you go back to my first year, second year on here, you know, you don't have any confidence, so you're not totally out there yet. You're whispering because there's a baby right there. And now the baby is 8 years old. Isn't that crazy? The baby that I was whispering on my first few videos, not even my first few, it was like for the first year or two. I had to, like, keep my voice down because there was a babby right there. And now the babby is 8 years old. Let's just do this. $1.2 doesn't matter. Let's go. Time does fly. Sometimes I'm wishing for the time. You guys ever do that and then you, like, feel like an idiot? Like, it'll be, for example, this is me in my weird life. It'll be like 8, 8:30, 9. I'm like, can it please just be like 10 o'clock already? Like, can all these 3-year-olds that are outside in the dark by themselves please just go inside? Like, and stop screaming. And then I'm wishing away, like, my life. Like, I'm wishing it was not 8 and it was 10. Like, I'm wishing away 2 hours of my life. And that's why, I don't know. I wish it wasn't like that. Oh, let's see. CPS would have a field day over here. They lazy. We got too much on their plate anyway. Barbie? Stay as you are with your short shorts racing. I gave old Rocky a bath the other day. Gotta let the big dog eat sometimes, you know. Checked his Earl. I checked his Earl. And his coolant. Sometimes you gotta let the big dog eat, you know what I mean? The little dog. Whatever you want to say. Skulls are fun. Especially with this team, because every time you take a skull, you explode 2 random gems. Which causes a cascade. Well, the one thing to remember with this team, like, you'll get better and better with this team, but early on, just cast the glaive. Like, you don't have to sit there and convert yellow and blue to brown. If you have the glaive, just cast it on these first few levels, especially if your stats are up there like mine. Same thing with the pet rescue. If you're going to use this team in pet rescue, like the first, second, third battle, just get up the glaive and cast it. And that's probably what I should be doing. Like taking green. But then everything just dies to skulls anyway, so. Yeah, and I don't even think it was D-Rock that came up with this team, but he, like, brought it to me, and he gave credit to somebody else. I forget the name of the person. I'm so bad. But I've given credit so many times. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can only give credit for a team for so long before you're... Like, nobody wants to hear it every single time I use it. Like, I forget who it was. It was a dude that was a staple of the community. He was mostly only in Tacit streams. I think he tried to make a channel, but it didn't really go anywhere. And then D-Rock got it from that guy. And then D-Rock brought it here. And then I've probably pretty much been the Skull Waterfall team guy ever since. Like, most people probably see it from me now, just because I have a channel. But yeah, I've shouted to the rooftops about whose team it is and, like, who made it. I just can't remember, like, the original person. Somebody on here might remember. But I don't know if there's anybody still here from way back then. Because this is like a freaking 5-year-old team, 4-year-old team, something like that. Just look at the troops on it. They're all old. The glaive is probably the newest thing, huh? And that's old. That was like the first doomed weapon. I don't think it might not be the first, but it was the first green doomed weapon. There you go, if you just want to have some fun. It's no mythic. Oh no, it has a mythic on it. Dang it. Oh well. Well, maybe I'm going to show you 5 teams. I forgot it had Possessed King. Peh. Well, you know, okay, so if you don't... I hate it. I forgot it had a mythic. I'm stupid. So we'll just show the Divinish Balakeelan then. I'm not going to, like, run the team, but I'll give you a team code. Most of y'all know this one. Should you just do Leprechaun with this? Since we don't have Moon Rabbit. Right? Or do we? We might. Hold on. I think we do because of purple. And if you have Arc Proxy Avenger, it's kind of fun to throw that on this team. This is another old team. I'm doing like old teams for the mids. If you can't use mythics, it's like you go back to the oldies but a goodies. Something like that. I don't think I ever get the order completely right. It's something like this. And then for me, red to skull, green to yellow, purple to red, brown to skull. You could do bard or titan or thief or something like that. Banner got a lot of yellow. Probably purple. So whatever class you want to do. There's another one because I forgot Possessed King was a mythic. So here's an actual mid-level team with no mythic on it. 100% works. It's been a team for years and years and years and years. Alright, low level. When I see yellow and purple, I automatically think Triple Finesse Nimbus Bow. I think Leprechaun and Thrall. And that's pretty much what I think. You could do Triple Cunning. It used to be like Chalcedony, Secra, but no longer. You guys have any low level? Oh, we could do the Black Manacles thing. I think that's what I had loaded in. Is there any of those that you would like to see? Triple Finesse Nimbus Bow or Staff of Storms. Triple Cunning, Stone Slicer, or Glowing Core. Or we could do Triple Wall of Bones, Black Manacles, or Triple Wall of Tentacles, Black Manacles. Or do any of those interest you in any kind of way? Because I feel like I've shown them all a million times. I broke my mythic rule. I gotta go to the freaking priest and say a penance. Alright, let's end this poll. I think the recency bias got it a little bit. I think Grovanga's better, if I had to say. Just like overall, it's a little bit better than BIESKA. But I think you know how the recency bias is. Everybody just got BIESKA. They want it to be good. They don't wait and watch a stream first. They just throw all their keys and then come to the stream, and then they're hoping that the person says it's good. So recency bias, not that, you know, anyway. Not that that's what you're saying. Or you're thinking. If you voted for BIESKA, I'm not saying that's what you're saying or thinking. I suck at talking. I'm a rude dickhead. So Grovanga won, but by the skin of its teeth. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do Wall of Bones. We just gotta get it. Let's go. So you just triple up on it. Really easy. And it's not the fastest, but it'll get the job done, and that's what you care about when you're a low-level player. You can throw this in the middle, or you can throw this at the end. Kind of depends what you're doing for your class. Like you could do Archmagus. And then I think like doesn't have a thing if you're at the end of the team, yada yada. Right here. Gain a couple magic. Banner, definitely purple-brown. That's all we got. That's the problem. But it's okay because we're mostly just going to be casting spells at a certain point. Yeah, timestamp. There we go. Hey, we got Fell Roost done. At least the teams. So if you don't know this type of team, there's Dwarven Gate, there's Wall of Tentacles, there's Wall of Bones. All you do is cast And it gets up the next troop. Cast gets up the next troop. Gets up Black Manacles. All the while you're doing that, you're gaining armor, you're gaining attack, and mana. So this thing will beef itself up with tons of armor and be a good tank in first slot. All the while giving mana to the rest of the team. And attack. Like this one will give attack back to the first one. So even though this doesn't give attack to itself, this will give attack to the first slot. This will give attack to the first slot. And you can take skulls too. So if you don't have purple and brown and nothing else is going on, you can always take skulls. Professor says, is there really any major difference that you would choose Tentacles over Bones? Tentacles has, I think you gain magic. It's just an epic, so Wall of Bones is easier to get 3 of. But if you do have Wall of Tentacles, you could, that's my preference. I think it gives the team magic instead of attack or something like that. So then your Black Tentacles would hit harder and harder. Pretty sure. Somebody could look it up. Or I can look it up when we're done. We're so early right now, we're just getting up the manacles and casting it, so you don't really get to see how the team works, but if I just, like, taking skulls, of course, you know, that gets up. Later on, you're going to be casting, like, all 3 Wall of Bones to get up the Black Manacles, but on, like, the second time you have to shoot it. Once you stop one-shotting with the Black Manacles, the team really starts to show, like, how it works. Right now, we're just blasting them and killing them in one shot, so... Boom. I'm surprised at the poll a little bit. A little bit. That third trait's really carrying that mythic then. For some people. Maybe it's a thing I haven't figured out yet. That can always happen. You guys let me know tomorrow. If you go and see like a really cool team, a really cool BIESKA team, let me know tomorrow. Or if you come up with one. Glorfindel and Rain Man and whoever else is a team maker. Let me know if you come up with any crazy BIESKA teams I can show tomorrow after the spoilers. I usually only like to make one on the first day, because we got so much other crap to do usually. If I can't sit here and make like 3-4 different BIESKA teams. And we got Fell Roost to do too. So I'm like, you know, I'll show you one, I'll show you the key opening, and then we always got the stream tomorrow. If I come up with anything crazy, or you guys come with anything crazy. To be honest, I'm probably not going to be sitting here, like, trying BIESKA teams all night. But I might look at it for a few minutes. See if I can think of anything else, like maybe a Daemon team, or... You know, look again to see if there's anything that boosts off a terror. You know, maybe a loopy. That's the other thing I was thinking. Like, maybe a loopy team. But you only have to loop so much before everything's terrored. Then you're sitting there and just reapplying terror. So you really only need to loop 4 times. And that was enough with Wrath. So I like my team. Like, sometimes I actually come up with a pretty good team on my first try. Like, I've come up with some decent teams just out of my butt on my first try sometimes with these new mythics. They might not be the #1 best team, but they're pretty fun at least. Like, that was fun. I might do that again, that BIESKA Wrath team. Like, now that it's saved in my teams, until, like, the next one comes around. But I didn't really use Grovanga, so I don't know. How many times have you guys used Grovanga since it came out? Like, other than... Like, in the last 3 weeks. That'd be a good If you knew exactly, that'd be a cool question. So I feel like for me it was only like 1 or 2 times, but it's not bad. That's what happens with this game. There's already so many OP troops that a good Mythic could come into the game and you'll never use it. Like, how do they fix that? They're trying to fix it, you can tell, like with the restrictions in PvP to where you kind of like have to use an Urska with no pants on. In this Blood Frenzy, you must use an Urska with no pants. That's the restriction. They're trying with all the restrictions to get you to use more troops. But then how, like, when you make troops that are every single color and weapons that are every single color, that takes out one of the like, color restrictions don't work. So then that's why they're doing the kingdom restrictions, the whatever. Because they know with the color ones, you can just use Wand and Stellarix. Or Stellarix Takshaka. There's the low-level team. And I mentioned several others. So if you're really paying attention today, you probably got like, what, 7 teams for the Fell Roost? At least. Probably 8. Task completed. Tribute. Complete a dungeon run. More world events. That'd be nice for my new account. Because, man, that was so easy to get medals. That was the best thing about world events on that second new account. I think Tyrion said it. Like how easy it was to get medals of seasons as a beginner back when we did world events. Every week or whatever it was. But, what do you guys want to see now? We can play the game normally. We can... Like, I probably can't play for too long, but... Maybe Yoke? You want to see anything in particular, Yoke? You mailman, you? I always thought it'd be fun to be a mailman. Like, literally. Drive around in that cool little truck. Jump out, put some mail in, get back in the truck. I wonder how hot it is in the truck, though. I'm sure there's some things, like dogs, and if it gets hot out. There's definitely things about it that's probably not fun, being a mailman. If you gotta go to the hood. Gotta go to the hood. Your truck's probably hot as F. No air conditioning. They make you wear that outfit. You get chased by dogs. I know that's like a, like a trope or something, but a meme. But I'm sure it happens. You gotta knock on somebody's door like the police. Vault keys! We could do that. Let's see if Yoke has anything to say. If not, we'll do vault keys. That's fine. Seeing if I missed any chats. I don't think so. Yeah, as far as classes go, yeah, I only have a few left. It might be like 3 or 4. I might have... We've counted before. 1, Dervish. This will show you which classes aren't good, by the way. Some of them I leveled for reasons, like a Kingdom level in power or something like that. So it's not like a hard and fast rule that, oh, Sinny has these classes left to do, they must be the worst classes. That's not... But you can get an idea of what's not great by what I still have left to do, like Dervish, Doomsayer, Nightweaver. That's a new one, though, so that's part of the reason. So it's a new one. And this is all passive. I never really sat there and, like, leveled classes. Like, maybe here and there, but there has to be a battle crasher or something. I'm not just going to sit there and... That's it. 3 of them. I think I was right. Dervish, Doomsayer, and Nightweaver. Nightweaver's new, so that'd be like missing a mythic from the campaign or something. Yep, let's do Vault Keys then. And this is not going to be super interesting because I like to use Takshaka for these. But the loot, we're going to do this tomorrow. If you're waiting with bated breath for the epic Vault Keys, I'm going to open 40 tomorrow after the spoilers. So let's do 2 right now as a little appetizer. We can use BIESKA, BASKA, BOOSKI. Let's see what we get. Maybe I'll use this team instead of Takshaka. Look at that thing go. Blue to brown, yellow. Yep, still got it. Wasn't too bad. It was like the Wrath show. The Wrath show. Okay, so we got 3 Orbs of Chaos. That's good. 7,000 gold. Nothing good, but hey. Could have got Glory, could have got Minion. I guess I'll put a timestamp. Vault Keys. $151 rum. Captain Morgan's. I say all the old crap because I don't really drink too much. Except for when we have our apple juice stream later this month. Don't forget. You never know what I'm going to say if I got a little bit of apple juice. Our second ever apple juice stream. When's it going to be? Let's look at the calendar. Whatever the last weekend of the month is, probably. I can never bring up my calendar smartly. Because this computer is so slow. Alright, let's just play the battle. If you got Wrath, just do it. Let's see if BIESKA. Oh, I got 1 kill. Oh, the wand missed. BIESKA? BASKA? BOOSKI? Where's the calendar? You think it'd be easy to find the calendar on a computer? Like, you just click on it and it would come up. Am I stupid? I think I'm stupid. Where is it? This is dumb. Took me to settings. Why'd you do that? Anyway, whatever. I was gonna try to tell y'all when the apple juice stream was gonna be, but I'm gonna say 40 epic vault keys for tomorrow. But we can open regulars. I got 150. That's pretty good. I'm pretty on track, right? It's Friday. We got a whole week until the next vault event. 150 is not too hard. I could do like 25 a day and be fine. Which 25 doesn't take that long. Maybe 15 minutes or less. So hopefully you're in the same spot where you're opening vault keys to where you have like 150 to 200 right now to open. Or you opened them all already. I don't know. Pen and a lot of sticky papers. I know. I barely hold my tongue, so it's not like it's going to be super... But, hey, that little bit of barely might get out of here. I could pretty much say 90-something% anyway. And that's usually what happens. Like, if somebody's drinking, they just say everything, like 100%. So it's not as fun with me because I'm already saying 90-something%, but you might get that little extra 5% or something. could probably hold in a 1%, and I probably already say like 94%. Scott Steiner. $33 1/3 divided by 2. Carry the 1. Anybody get that reference? I don't know if I did it justice, though. I don't know how many wrestling fans we got in here from back in the day, though. 72,000 gold. I need that, actually, right now, because, like I said, when I did Hell Gate, I had to up my horde level so much that it even hurt my pockets. That shouldn't happen too much, though. The Hellgate was the hardest faction. You know, some of them are going to be like that, but only like 3 or 4. So just don't do them back to back to back. Yeah, 0 filter on the apple juice. I've seen people like I don't know if you're allowed to say. That's why I call it apple juice. But I've seen like both. I've seen people being careful and not saying it, and then I've seen people that just do it. But the difference is the people that just do it are probably getting the yellow $sign. And the people that like say it's water or apple juice probably get the green one. So that's not really how we do the channel anyway, but it's not, I don't want to like not do that. Get those pennies. Like why would you, they're giving you pennies, you might as well take them. I guess. You know, like YouTube and the AdSense. If they're gonna give me pennies, I might as well take them, I guess. Not like get less pennies. Alright, baby, what are we looking for? I want a lot of gold. I want glory orbs. I want minion orbs. I want gems, of course, like always. I'll take gems until I have 100,000. Like, I'll never scoff at gems. Junkyard dog? Yeah. I was the ECW guy, you know? I'm always the underground, like... I always find the thing that's not popular. Whether it's music or wrestling or anything. I don't know, it turns me off when, like, everybody likes one thing. It's not, I'm not a follower. Like, that makes me not like the thing. I feel like most of the world is the opposite. Like, the song's on the radio, they think it's a good song. Because everybody's listening to it. It must be good. If everybody goes to this one restaurant, it must be a good restaurant because everybody's going there. I think it's way cooler to, like, find your own thing that you think is cool. Instead of, like, just going somewhere because other people go there, or listening to something because other people listen to it, or playing something because other people play it. What are we doing? Don't have Wrath. BIESKA would be very weak damage. Now we have Wrath. Ooh, look. Bang, bang. Ooh, bing, bing. Not bang, bang. Bing, bong. Okay, maybe now. Cool! You're not a cattle. I like this famous promo from Scott Steiner where he's doing math, but he's not smart, so he's like saying all these random numbers. It's funny. He's like, you got a 33 1/3 chance of beating me, but you gotta divide it by 2 and carry the 1, and you get a 12% 0.5 chance of beating me. Okay, here we go. Undertaker, yeah, that's my brother's favorite. My brother used to love The Undertaker. I used to call him like the underwear taker just because he likes them. Yeah, even though I think he's awesome and I like him too. But you know how it goes. You gotta make fun of whatever your little brother likes. You wouldn't be a proper big brother if you're not making fun of what your little brother likes, you know? Even though it's still really cool and now I like it, and I wouldn't do that now. Back in the day when I'm 10 years old, it's the underwear taker. I was like a Reza Lamon guy. Reza Lamon. Throw the toothpick in your face, right? Doesn't that sound like me? But for real, I was an ECW guy. Rob Van Dam. Sabu. Taz. Even though I found out later Taz is a big wiener. But you never know. Like, they're wrestlers. They're playing a part. So they make them look really tough. They always made their heights, like, way taller. A guy could be 6'1", they'll book him at, like, 6'7". Yokozuna weighs 600 pounds, they're going to say he weighs 800 pounds. Hulk Hogan slams him, does the leg drop. It's more impressive because he weighs 800 pounds. That worked out. Could have took that red, but... See how, like, if I want to just open my vault keys, I should probably be doing Stellarix, but... Figured I'd show BIESKA the team I came up with for it. Blue to brown, yellow to skull, nope. Let's do BIESKA. He struggles. He struggles. He struggles with his damage. And he's not running. No, I think he's not. They're not running away. I wish they would run away. If he's going to struggle with his damage, I wish they would at least run away. That'd be nice. Come on, Cedric. Get out of here. It's usually like they're dead before they can run. Major orb. Oh, yeah. Let's get it. Come on, glory or minion. Ah, poop. Alright, I'm gonna open... I don't know. Osprey? That's like a newer wrestler, huh? Is that like A... Is that WWE or AEW? We're talking wrestling. We're probably losing people here. I don't even watch it right now. I was talking about back in the day. I do watch adjacent programming, though. Like, if somebody's talking about wrestling on their YouTube channel, I might watch it. I do that a lot. Do you guys do that? Like, you're not a cook, but you watch the cooking shows. You're not a mechanic, but you watch the mechanic on YouTube. You don't watch wrestling, but you watch the guy that talks about the wrestling shows. I'm like a YouTube addict. I'm starting to think it's a problem. I need to go get some help. I'll like waste a little bit too much time probably on it. Like scrolling through the homepage looking for something I actually want to watch. I need to just put something on and go. Subscribe to like 1 million channels. It's my real hobby, so when y'all like say that you should play this game or that game, like the real thought in my head is like, is that gonna work on YouTube? Like, I love some games like Dark Souls and Final Fantasy Tactics and EverQuest. But I'm not just gonna sit here and only play Dark Souls all day. Because it probably wouldn't work on the channel, and like YouTube's my main thing, like my main hobby, my main interest, like making videos and watching YouTube too. I like everything about it. Just think it's cool, you can like type anything you want and get a video pretty much. You don't even really have to watch TV anymore. Even if you just need like a DIY, like I figured out how to do the air conditioner off of watching. Not really, but I was trying to. And then if you have some problem with your car, you can just look on YouTube. It's the same as Google, except for it's with like videos. All right, let's switch to the other team. We gave that a spin. Let's put some pep in our step now. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho! He's calling people hoes. I always take that. Now we're up, and now they're down. What do we get? The funnest part is, what do we get? The chariot and nothing else. This is the dookiest of dookie rewards. If you already have the chariot. We got minor trait stones and a dirty picture of the chariot. I'm booming. I'm bunking. TV is just background noise. You live on YouTube anyway. Like, my TV only plays YouTube. I don't think I've ever done... maybe a DVD here and there, you know? And I could just do that on YouTube too, but... I'll randomly pop in a movie once every 6 months or something. But as soon as I get off here, I'm going to be on YouTube looking up stuff to watch. Of course I'll be working or cleaning. I'm not just going to sit here and watch YouTube, but it does take me a minute. This is what I've been like, why I need to get help. It'll take me a minute now to find something I actually want to listen to or watch while I clean or work. And that's the worst part. But otherwise, once I find something, I get to work or I get to cleaning or whatever. Making a thumbnail, whatever I'm doing. Answering comments. Doing my other gig. Cleaning the house, whatever it is. I just keep hearing thumping. People are ridiculous. Oh, my. Somebody at my door? No. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna go check on things. I don't know. I'm walking back to the stream. Alright, here we go. Let's get some loot. I don't know. Come on, baby. Gold, gems, orbs. It's that easy. Gold, gems, orbs. GOG. G-O-G. Isn't that something? Good old games. I need to try to do better at finding a very long playlist, a podcast or something, and just go. I'll be watching, like, Mechanic... What's the channel called? Real Mechanic. And some things you, like, have to watch. Like, that's the... So, I could find something I want to watch easy. But it's like, you got to find something that you can just listen to that you don't have to stare at the entire time. Like, if you're trying to be productive while you watch YouTube, you got to find something that you don't have to watch the screen every second. Like, there's some YouTube videos where, like, the main thing is, like, seeing whatever they're showing you on the screen. But there's other ones where it's like a podcast, like Joe Rogan or something, where you can just listen to it and you don't need to look at his neck and his forehead. You don't need to see his lips moving. So it's like the art of finding the video that you don't, you know, like more like the Joe Rogan neck and forehead show, where it doesn't matter if you're looking at his giant neck or his lips moving. You can just listen. Some true crime. Maybe a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. You know my deal with those. I can never find a good one. Always get bored. Or they're chuckle Fs. Still really, you know, I found a couple back in the day that were decent, but I've already listened to them, and now it's like I'm out of content. So then you move on to the next people, and you just have trouble finding. Sometimes I'll watch my own videos. Just to, like, listen back to them, make sure it sounded good. Especially if it's like a spoiler video or a patch notes video, like to reinforce, like, in my own head. Gems of War is not, you don't really have to, that's one you can kind of listen to, especially if it's like, where I'm talking the whole time, not just sitting here shooting spells and not talking. These days, Vault is disappointing. Your regular keys give you better loot. Your epics are not good at all. Yeah, I mean, you know how it goes. Nothing's going on as far as, like, across the board, but you can have your own bad RNG, and it could be a long streak of it. Because I'll, like, watch right here. Like, we'll get something good. I bet you. I mean, if I get nothing good in these next 12 keys, that'll... Yeah, but I guarantee we get something here in the next, like, before we stop the stream. You just gotta keep going and keep trying, and then if you're having horrible luck, just don't keep going. I mean, just, like, don't open them all. I mean, you're gonna keep going by opening them all eventually, but... Game is streaky. Right now, I'm having pretty bad luck. Right? I got a dirty picture of the star. I got 120 souls. I got 720 souls, a dirty picture of star, and 5 gem keys. That's not great. So we'll keep track here. I'll tell you what I think about my rewards. I don't desperately need anything, but I still want to get good stuff out of my vault keys, so I spent all that time getting them. But remember, you're also getting loot as you do the vault event, so you can't totally, like, blame it. If you get horrible loot from your keys, you gotta remember that while you were doing the vault event, you were getting good loot too. And, like, you spent extra time getting good loot too, and then you get to open the keys. Another, like, pretty crappy... I got a naked picture of Queen of Wands, or a dirty picture, I mean. 6 gems, 120 souls, and 3,000 gold. That's not great. I mean, I'll take the gems every time, no matter what, how many. But otherwise, this is pretty much trash. What happened to the, like, difficulty slider? Wasn't there one? Hold on. Oh, there is. Okay. Yeah, make sure you're on hard. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like, you don't have a garden, but you'll watch a gardening YouTube show. You don't have a... You're not flipping houses, but you watch a house flipping show. It's weird. Hey, there we go. See, that's a good drop. You know, I talked about, like, hey, let's see if I get a good drop in the next few key. We got one. Nobody would decline 120 gems out of a vault key. That's a great drop. And I think anybody would take that anytime. And it didn't take, like, 500 keys for me to get it. It was, like, 5 keys. Let's see what else we can get. I'll poop on it if it's poop, but I'm gonna tell you too if it's good, so. You know, 60 diamonds, if you still need mythics, if you still need legendaries, like, they're not gonna throw 600 diamonds at you. That's a pretty good drop for people that still need diamonds. But otherwise, pretty crappy. I mean, we got 62 diamonds. This is a bad vault key for me. But for other people, 62 diamonds would be okay. That wasn't a bad vault key. That was just like one I didn't need. What's next? What do we get? At least Cedric's not giving me dirty pictures of himself. Getting other people. Okay, so 6,000 gold, 6 gems, and an Orb of Chaos. That's like a mid. It depends what the orb is. So it was trash. So it was like a below average key. But I'll still take gold and gems. Like, you're stacking it up. You gotta think of the total, not the... just the one key. If you open all your keys and you get 6,000 gold every time, and you have 500 keys, like, that's a lot of gold. If you get 6 gems every time and you have 500 keys, that's a lot of gems. That's not gonna happen, but it's still not horrible. For, like, how long it takes and stuff. Another dirty picture. What is he doing anyway? 10,000 gold, 6 gems, and a dirty picture. Not my favorite. Well, we'll see tomorrow when I open 40 epic vault keys. We should see something good out of 40. Like, that's probably the bare minimum. No, you know, 40 is quite a bit. Most people probably only have like 20, 25, 30. So I'm opening 40 tomorrow. So that'll be a good representation of hopefully what you should get from epic vault keys. Tomorrow after the spoilers, I'm going to open all the epic vault keys I got. 40 of them. Last one. Heart of Rage. Why are we getting so many tarot cards? Maybe there is something wrong. I'm usually not that guy. They just did an update, a hotfix. I've never seen this many tarot cards. Usually it's Cedric. Like, you see Cedric over and over and over and over. You see what I mean? Like, we got the Star and the Lion dude, whatever his name is. We got Heart of Rage. We got another one at least. Like, we're getting tarot cards like a lot. That's kind of strange. If I had to say one thing, like, usually I'm not the conspiracy theorist about vault keys because they're usually good enough for me. But just during this stream, man, we got like a lot of tarot cards. It's kind of weird. I almost want to keep going, see if we get some... Let's do 5 more. I want to see if we get a tarot card in the next 5. It's not supposed to be like you get a tarot card every freaking vault key. That would be strange if we keep getting them. If they screw up vault keys, man, that's going to be a riot. That's going to be crazy. That's the one thing they would not want to screw up. If they mess with vault keys, they're in trouble. If they screw up vault keys, man, they're going to lose the little bit of players they got left. That would be nuts. That'd be the dumbest thing they could ever do. You think, like, nerfing Ironhawk would be bad. What if they screwed up vault keys? Okay, so no tarot card yet, but still kind of crappy loot. We did get the 120 gems. Gotta remember that. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, come on. Okay. It looks like the same loot we got last time. Orb of Ingots. Let's see. At least we know that 120 gems... What? I got the Orb of Chaos like 3 times in a row. 9,000 gold. And it keeps giving me poopy orbs on top of that. You guys are making me think something's up when I usually don't think like that. I feel like, why would they mess with vault keys? Unless it's like in the notes. Like, why would they be over here at all touching vault keys? 18 event keys, pretty good. It's kind of like getting the 60 diamonds, you know, you need it. It's not bad, it's pretty good. The rest of this loot, once again, we're not getting any big drops off the, like, normal gnomes. Oh, I don't remember, you guys, I haven't seen a big drop off a normal gnome, really. We've been getting, like, mediocre drops off of Cedric, but nothing crazy off the regular gnomes. I mean, they should give you something here and there. I don't know. It's probably about as far as I'm going to go today, though. If you're having bad luck with vault keys, don't sit there and open all of them. It just is what it is. You have to come back later. At least turn your game off and turn it back on or something, you know. It's still a conspiracy theory, but it's better than just sitting there and just banging your head against the wall. Like, try something. Any questions? Any more comments? I'll be back tomorrow around the same time. You know, I shoot for 9:30, and then everything in the world stops me from getting here at 9:30, and then I end up a little bit late. So that's what it's going to be. We'll do the spoilers. Main account. So back to main account spoilers, where I just read it while we do the auto battles. And then we'll open 40 epic vault keys. And then if you guys have any BIESKA teams that you came up with, I'll try a couple as long as we have time. I'll try a couple. I don't want to promise anything, but that is what's going on right now, so it's, you know, something we could do. But that's what's going on tomorrow. I'll finish my stuff tonight. I never want you guys to think I'm not doing... Like, tonight I'm going to complete a dungeon run. I'm going to do my adventure board. I'm going to play way more of Fell Roost. I'm going to do my Underspire. I might as well buy my torches now if I can. Oops. Do all those things, of course. I'll check on my guild. I'll go to Journey. I'm not going to be selfish. You know, see how we're doing here. Which, if you look at how much, let's guess where I'm at. I guess I'm probably at like 25, 20 to 25. I'm never one of the top people, but I do my share. Ooh, 19. I like to be in the middle. So once I actually play Journey today, I'll probably jump up to the middle. But Journey, I'll do some of that. I'll at least do my sigil, free sigils. And then I'll peek at PvP. See what's going on over here, even though I hate when things aren't working properly. It makes me not want to play it at all. But I don't want to miss out on gold marks or the bonuses or anything, so I'll probably force myself to do some PvP. And that would probably be it. If I get all that stuff done, I'd go back to Fell Roost and do a little bit more of that, maybe. So, don't ever think I'm not doing those things. I just don't show it on stream because I'm trying to help y'all on stream, and then I do my own thing at nighttime, finish everything up. I think you can obviously tell I wouldn't have so many resources and all the troops in the game if I wasn't playing the way I tell y'all to play. Let's end on that screen. Let's end in the unknown, my favorite. Let's end on the unknown screen. That's literally it. I can't go any further. Only troops I don't own. Lots of pay troops. Lots of super hard to get troops. That's it. Ivy says, screwing vault keys is almost like game is done or slowly dying out. I know, if they did that, that'd be horrible. That'd be like the worst thing they could do, is screw up the vault keys. Nerfing vault keys would be an indirect way to nerf Vault Weekend, right? Citadels are active again. I need to get in there then. If you've been, like, doing them every time they're possible, and like you're getting the Cliffy error and coming back on, and like making sure you get your battles done, and going from one restriction to the other when you get a Cliffy error, making sure you get your battles done, you're probably way ahead of me on the leaderboard. Because when something like that happens to me, I'm not like, PvP's not my favorite. So when I get a Cliffy error and it freaking takes my whole game down, and then I'm like, screw PvP for like, I'm gonna wait till they fix it. Like, so a lot of y'all are probably further than me in like the rankings or whatever, and the gold marks and stuff like that. I'm still like getting some, but I still do it. I've only missed like 1 or 2 days, but I'm also not like super excited to play a broken game mode. And that's the thing that can irritate me the most. I correlate it to back when the Legends Reborn questline was bugging out, people's making game crash and stuff like that. I gotta think about, I'm a streamer, and if my game crashes on stream, it takes down the whole entire stream. So I don't like going to broken game modes where I could possibly crash the stream. So anything like that annoys me. Even when I'm not on stream, it just annoys me anyway. So until they get that all the way fixed, you know, I still check on it, I still try, but I'm not going to be like rushing to it first thing and all excited about it. You're first in your alliance? Nice, Sana. Was there anything else I was supposed to do today? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Super shout out to Yoke the Ham for that little 5 gifted for guessing his occupation, which was really cool. Who else? Mark, you're a legend, bro. Thank you so much for the 2. And it's not going to show me everything, is it? I'll get everybody. Hold on a second. I'll get everybody. But like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot to hear good about the channel. Comment below, and I'll see y'all next time, which is tomorrow around the same time, same place. Spoilers, and 40 epic vault keys opened. Thank you for joining me today. Sana, the Professor, Ivy, Yoke the Ham, Mark, Nugent, Clip Bomb Chad. We got Yoke, we got Dez the Enforcer. We got Mark, we got Sana, we got the Professor. Yoke the Ham, Dez, Chad, Maka, Felix, Scary VR. Man, I want to play some Scary VR. Yoke, Maka, Professor, Ivy, Professor, Professor Ivy. Sana Glorfindel was here today. All classes to 100 now. Just Labyrinth, Pure Faction, 500 left. That bloody Horned Guardian. Yeah, that one's annoying. Sorry I missed that message, bro. Mr. PGGK. He says he loves me. Well, I appreciate that, man. I'm very divisive, you know. You either love me or you hate me, it seems like. That's the way I like it, though. Who wants to be like, eh? I'd rather have people love and hate me. It's an extreme response, which is good. We got Yoke, we got Mark, we got Tyrion Shark. Booty hanging out the water. Sana, Professor, Rain Man was here. Glorfindel, Professor, Tyrion, Sana, Chad. Yoke with that giant gifted. So nice. Thank you so much. Mark with the 2. Thank you so much again. Noonday Shadow was here. And as far as I can go back, remember we had that first 5 minutes that was crashing out and stuff. So if something happened there, I'm going to have to, you know, get you later. But Al was here today, that awesome Al. How do I... Here we go, fan funding. I love that they call it that. That's a perfect way to put it. Fan funding. You're like a shareholder of the fan funding. You're the producers of the show, whatever you want to say. The Knights of the Round Table. Sana with the gifted. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. Mark with the 2. You're a legend, bro. Appreciate it. Yoke the Ham with the gifted. 5 gifted. Legendary. And there might have been some other stuff on the other one, and I apologize. I think Chad said he did something, so shout out to Chad. He's always helping out. And back to the bottom. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Chad says, take care, everybody, and thanks, Cindy. Smack that like button on the way out. There's the Discord, if you guys want the Discord. Juan was here today. Alright. So, Chad with the 2, thank you so much, bro. I think that was on the other one or up higher, so I figured. You're the man. But I'll see you guys. Later, Sauna, Chad, Mark. Have a good one. I'm outie.